This person is going to play such a big role in your life. This person at the beginning of this week is going to open your mind. This person at the beginning of this week is going to inspire you so much to follow your dream, my gorgeous Capricornius. And you need to understand one thing here. Anybody in this world, anybody on this earth who has got this power, anybody in this world who makes such an amazing impact on our lives, trust me, this person is meant to be in your life. Okay, because right now at this stage you are being guided. There is a reason why suddenly you're gonna feel so passionate. There is a reason why suddenly you are going to elevate so much. There is a reason why suddenly you are gonna feel how you haven't felt in a very long time. And there is a reason why now suddenly you are going to feel and also become absolutely unstoppable. When it comes to this dream of yours, you are going to be reminded of right at the beginning of this week. Trust me, my gorgeous Capricornius, there is a reason why this is happening right now. You are being realigned with yourself. You are being realigned with a journey you need to, you must, you have to follow at all costs. It doesn't matter how many challenges you think you will need to go through in order to achieve what you want to achieve, what you need to achieve in your life. So therefore, do not allow this to stop you from doing what you want to do. What I need you to understand is one thing. All you need to do is make your first move. All you need to do is make your first step. And the beginning of this wonderful journey is going to begin. Once again, there is a reason why you are going to feel like, your fire within has been reignited. Literally, that's because it is happening right now. So my gorgeous Capricornius, this gorgeous person at the beginning of this week is going to inspire you. This person is going to open your mind. This person is going to literally revive you. And you're instantly going to be reminded of your inspiration. You're going to be reminded of this particular dream in your life you want to follow. And you know what? On top of all that, you see, it's a lot to do with your own energy. If we are being negative, if we are thinking negatively, and we can do that through our subconscious mind, we kind of prevent things from happening. Seriously. We block this energy because you're so powerful when it comes to your mind. You always must remember one thing. I know it's easy for me to say, but in your life, you always need to keep your head up and you always need to be as optimistic as you possibly can. You must never, ever, ever say that you think that something bad is going to happen. You must never say you think that something negative is about to happen. Don't ever say these things, Don't ever say these words. Do you know why? Because you are going to manifest them. Don't ever say these words. Even if you think that you have a bad feeling about something, even if you think that you have a negative feeling about something, don't even say it. Don't even mention it. To yourself, don't let these words to come out. Words are more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Do you understand me? The actual words are more powerful than people understand, than people are aware of. So if you do have like any thought in your mind when you feel like something bad may happen, don't say it. Just focus on something else immediately. Focus on something else. Go and pour a glass of water or something. Go and do something. Just immediately ignore this thought and go and do something else, because you are the one who can actually manifest this. Please don't, I'm not having a go at you. I'm not saying that you have been manifesting bad things in your life, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. I just want you to understand your own power. You are very powerful when it comes to manifesting things. So if you're thinking in a negative way, you are going to invite negativity much quicker than any other sign, because you're so deep. There is so much to you, seriously. And that's what I'm just trying to make you aware of, the fact that, you know, that's why, you know, if you have some kind of a thought like this, don't say it, just ignore it and go and do something else, so you don't help with this process of this manifestation. But on another hand, you know, if you do have a feeling like something amazing is going to happen, something big is going to happen, something great is going to happen, then just go for, talk about it, let these words come out. But you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say here, that, you know, I think subconsciously you have been slowing yourself down a little bit when it comes to this opportunity that you already have. And that's the bottom line here. This person here, this gorgeous big mama, this gorgeous person here is like your guiding light. Okay, this gorgeous person here is not only about to revive you, but this person is also going to guide you towards the direction in life you most certainly need to take. And that's why this person is going to open your mind, and that's why now suddenly you're going to realize, not only you're going to open your mind, not only you're going to be reminded of your dream, what you want to do so badly, what you want to achieve so badly in life, but you're also going to realize on top of that, that you already have an opportunity to make that ultimate change in your life. You see, you're already going to realize that you have this opportunity to make this ultimate change in your life. And you know what? Bless your heart, you had this opportunity all along, but because there were other things that you were dealing with, and I don't even blame you, there were other things that you were dealing with that, you know, changed your energy a little bit, that changed your vibration a little bit, and you just simply didn't, because of that, you kind of didn't notice that you already had this opportunity. You kind of, half of you knew it, but half of you didn't kind of notice this, because there were so many other things you had to deal with that were bringing you down and that were draining your energy. And now you're going to realize all those things that were bringing you down and that were draining your energy, now you're going to realize they're still there. They still exist. They will come to an end at some point, you know, but you will realize, you will be able to kind of, you really are going to have this enlightening moment. You really are going to raise here, my gorgeous Capricornians, and you're going to start seeing things from a completely different perspective. You are about to start to live your life again. That's exactly how you're going to feel. Not only you're going to be reminded of your dream, but you're also going to realize that you have an opportunity to start, you know, to make this change, to start this process of an ultimate change in your life. What a beautiful, beautiful, amazing experience in itself this is actually going to be, my gorgeous Capricornians. I can see you like, oh my God, being so happy about it, being so excited about it, and I can see you talking about it, I can see you thinking about it, I can see you talking about it to somebody in your life, to this particular person who you normally talk to. And the more you talk about it, the more you're going to realize how much you want this, the more you're going to realize how much you need this, the more you're going to realize how imminent this is in your life. And if you don't do this, you know, certain things are never going to change. you know, and this is why this is going to be, this is such an important breaking point. It's your turning point. And so to talk about it, it's great, because also what you're going to realize when you're talking to this person about this, so excited, there are going to be other realizations you are going to have, there are going to be other ideas you are going to have. And because you're going to talk to the right person, you know, you are going to get really nice feedback about it as well, from somebody, through somebody who you really truly trust, and who you know it's super genuine, super knowledgeable, and also very, very smart. So it's really good to talk about it as much as you possibly can. And I mean, you really are going to realize how crucial this actually is for you to do, to take this opportunity on, to start doing this, okay, to dive into it immediately. And I know that, oh my God, this really literally changes everything. Your priorities in life are going to start changing whether you want it or not, because this is something that you're going to be kind of intensely focusing on. And I know that over the next couple of days, you are gonna take like a little break. You are gonna feel like, oh my God, I really need to chill out. I really need to recharge my batteries. And there is this moment that you're gonna have. Maybe it's just gonna be first thing in the morning when you wake up. You know, it's just gonna come to you. Maybe you're just gonna be lying down and having a little break. Maybe you're just gonna be meditating. I know it's gonna happen at a time when you are relaxing, you know, and then suddenly you are just going to have this insight, and you're gonna realize, okay, this is going to be wise. This is going to be, I know that this is going to be so wise. Not that you didn't know this before, but you know what it is like in this life. What is it like? We can hear things from all sorts of people, but we are not going to do certain things that are so big and so huge unless we feel 100% confident. So anybody can say to us, do this, do that. Yes, that initial person at the beginning of this week really beautifully inspired you and remind you of your own dream. That person did something very, very special to you. Okay? But when it comes to us, really kind of, honestly, kind of like a really making big decisions about our own lives, of course, it needs to come from us, because there are certain things that only we can do. So that's why you're gonna kind of, it's only gonna come to you at the time of this break. You're gonna realize, you know what, this is gonna be so wise to follow this direction. This is gonna be so important to follow this direction. And at this moment in time, to be quite honest with you, you are something, it's gonna happen here. Through your own passion, through your own mind, you're already going to plant this seed, okay? This is something that there is so much more to this path than you can possibly imagine. This path is to do with who you are, with what you do, and this on this earth. And this path, it's really, oh my God, something that you need to do on this earth. This is like your job. This is like your spiritual duty. This is, oh my God, there is just so much more to this than you can possibly imagine. Yes, my gorgeous Capricornius, you guessed it. You're not going to be able to avoid this. You're not going to be able to ignore this, because this is to do with your own destiny. Okay? And so this is the beginning of a really beautiful, brand new phase in your life. And which means that basically, you are going to realize now that you want to completely 100% commit yourself to it. So there are certain changes that are going to be on your mind at around the beginning of this week that you want to do, that you need to do in order to kind of do this. You know, there are certain changes in your life you are immediately going to need to start making. Okay, and this is gonna feel really exciting. Normally this would feel really stressful, but now things are gonna feel different. Things are gonna feel exciting. In order for you to do this, first of all, there are other changes quickly you are gonna need to make, you are gonna need to reflect on. But you know, because this in itself, it's gonna involve you your time and you making some kind of a commitment, a major commitment. Without you making a major commitment to this, this is obviously not going to work out. But by making a major commitment, which you're going to be absolutely happy about it because it's going to be super rewarding, of course, you're also going to reconnect with yourself. You're going to reconnect with your inner child. You're going to reconnect with your inner child. My God, you're going to become so much happier. And you will see within the next months, my God, you are going to kind of, you are going to feel like you want to pinch yourself, like how different you feel, how much more energy you have, how playful you're going to feel, how naughty and playful, but in a good way. Now suddenly you're going to perk up within the next few weeks. You will want to explore certain things you never explored, but you always wanted to. You will want to do certain things. You will want to have more fun in general. You're going to feel like you want to spend more time with people. You're going to feel like you want to kind of show your different side to people. You know, you're going to feel like you want to kind of nurture your weird side as well. There are lots of things that you're going to understand about your own weirdness, and that now you're going to see like a gift, like your strengths, you know, rather than weakness. And I'm not saying you have been seeing this before as a weakness, but please just give it some time and you will clearly understand what I was trying to say here, because the way you're gonna feel, it's gonna be absolutely brilliant. And so when it comes to you here, as I said, like, you know, you really are going to reconnect with your inner child. And I want to say to you that, you know, the next 2 months are going to be absolutely incredible. The next 2 months are going to be so exciting, so good. I can only describe as like you are about to start to live your life again, okay? But when it comes to like about in 4 months' time exactly, my God, in 4 months' time exactly, you are going to be sending invitations to the people in your life, your family members, your friends. You will be sending some kind of invitations. You will be inviting people to kind of give them a very, very special announcement. You will be giving some kind of a special announcement to people with what are you going to achieve through this. There is something major that's going to come out of it in exactly 4 months' time. So I really pray to God that you are going to take this very seriously. Yeah, in 4 months' time, you are going to have a big reason to celebrate, but you are going to be announcing something major to people. And you are going to feel so proud of yourself. You're going to feel like you're really lucky. That's how you're going to feel. How you're going to feel like you're really lucky what happened to you, what's happening to you. And you're not lucky. You're not lucky. All this is the direct result of your hard work. This is to do with your destiny. And it's to do a lot with your role on this earth is. When we do reconnect with ourselves at such a high level, and we do follow the role that's intended for us, spiritual role, oh my God, we cannot go wrong whatsoever. And I think that that's going to be absolutely obvious in a due course. Absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, do you know, it's not really, you are not going to make your first step when it comes to all this until we get to the mid part of this week. Okay, so in the first part of this week, you realized what you want to do, you made this decision, you were thinking about it, you reconnected with your inner child. I told you in like about 4 months' time, you're going to have a big reason to celebrate. But by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you're going to have a really important news. At around the midweek, you are going to have a really important news when it comes to your money, and when it comes to your finances, okay? And this news is going to be brilliant. It's going to be positive. It's to do with your money, it's to do with your finances. This is really going to elevate you, and it's going to give you courage to make your first step. It's going to give you courage to make your first move when it comes to this. So at around the midweek already, you will make your first move. And this beautiful journey, this beautiful venture is about to begin. So remember, I told you that you're going to realize at the beginning of this week you already have an opportunity to do this, to start this, but you're only going to do that at around the midweek when you get this important news, positive news about your money, about your finances, which is going to give you courage to make your first move, to start this venture. Once you walk through this door, baby, you're never ever gonna come back again. Once you walk through this door, your life changes forever. Seriously. Like, oh my God. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, at around the midweek, this really adorable person in your life is going to have a really nice reward. Somebody who's been working really hard, somebody who's very smart, somebody who is really lovely energy, emotional, I would say emotional person, sensitive person, and this is somebody in your life who means to you so much, and this person is going to get a really nice reward. Something rewarding, it's going to happen to this person, very rewarding. And this person, it's something that has been delayed for a while. And this person, and you're going to be so happy. You're going to feel so good. This is going to mean to you so much. Like it's going to mean even more than it means to this person. So it's definitely somebody who you are extremely connected to. My gorgeous Capricornians, absolutely brilliant. This is going to make you feel really good, and it's just telling me that you probably got to the point in your life when you were maybe worrying about this person a little bit. So this is going to put your mind to rest as well, which is absolutely brilliant. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you see, this is brilliant because you are going to have a big achievement, big victory when it comes to something you have been like kind of worrying about yourself, like, oh my God, some kind of a problem, some kind of an issue. Oh my God, this was like really stressing you out lately. It was really making you worried. This was making you worry, this problem, a lot when it comes to your life and when it comes to your future. And you know, this positive news, it's like, oh my God, it's connected to this problem that you were just kind of keeping this to yourself. You didn't talk about it a lot. It's just something that you keep to yourself, really. So this problem, there is going to be a certain step that you are. It's to do with like a big recognition, big achievement, because this problem is not going to come to an end immediately, but you will know that there is something you need to do. There is something that you will be able to do. There is some kind of a place that you're going to need to go to, but you will know that this problem is like literally going to come to an end. But it's a lot to do with like where exactly you're going to go to, because within the next day or two, I can already seeing you going somewhere, you know. This is important for you to go to, something official, you know, something important. So you will go somewhere, and you will be a little bit nervous because you're going to need to talk to somebody who like, you will be like, oh God, you know, but you're actually going to have a really positive experience. You're going to have like a really positive experience, to be quite honest with you, when it comes to this whole situation. And from such an unlikely person, there is a very important information you're actually going to have. There is a very important information that you're going to have from this person, very unlikely person to give you such an information. This is really going to pleasantly surprise you, but you're going to find out something so important, that this really crazy information, that when it comes to your future, this is going to be so beneficial for you in order to avoid something like this from happening to you ever again. You know, so this is why this whole situation, it's going to play out for you so nicely. And also, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, that time of your life has come where you are opening your mind. You are becoming more spiritual than you normally are. You are becoming more psychic than you normally are. So therefore, naturally, you're going to become more sensitive when it comes to being around certain people. Okay? So you will feel that certain people are no longer good for you anymore. You will feel like certain people are making you feel bad about yourself. You know, the energies that you always felt, but now this week they will most certainly be confirmed to you. You know, and you're going to realize that it's time to protect your energy. It's time to protect your balance. You really are going to be thinking about the fact that, you know, maybe you want to move on from the certain people, and maybe you want to mingle a little bit more with a different type of people. People who match your energy and people who match your vibration. So therefore, you're going to be thinking a lot about maybe starting something that is going to connect you and reconnect you with like-minded souls, with like-minded spirits, you know, something like a spiritual course, or, you know, something like that. I strongly suggest you to go for it, you know, because it is literally going to make your life complete. So now, my gorgeous Capricornius, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what's gonna be your tarot card of the week. Okay, let's just see what's going. Oh la la! Well, there you go. You see this now. Well, it's a lot about you, kind of. Really understanding how important it is to kind of nurture your spiritual side as well. This week is going to be extremely important for you to kind of follow your intuition when it comes to you nurturing your spiritual side. There are going to be all sorts of informations and all sorts of insights that you and ideas that you're going to have, but also it looks like somebody is going to try to somebody's gonna try to like torture you, not torture you, but it's the wrong word. Somebody's gonna try to somebody's gonna be pressurizing you to make like some kind of a quick decision. Okay, somebody's gonna be pressurizing you to make some kind of a quick decision. You do whatever you want when it comes to this quick decision, but you have to deal with this decision that you're going to make in a traditional way. Okay? Which means that this person is going to pressurize you to make a quick decision about whatever you do when it comes to this decision. You need to deal with it in a traditional way. Do you understand? Okay, you need to deal with this in a traditional way. So it all needs to come from you. If you think that, you know, this is like a too quick decision, if you feel wrong about being rushed to make a decision, just do that. Just ignore it. Just ignore it. Ignore this person, you know, at all costs. But if you feel like, well, it's okay that this person is pressurizing me to make this quick decision, if you feel like it's okay, then it's okay. Listen, it's going to come from your intuition. If you feel like it's okay, it's going to be okay, as long as it is dealt in a traditional way. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line is, whether you're going to go with it or whether you're going to ignore it, the bottom line is it needs to be done in a traditional way. Otherwise, it's not going to work for you. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.